Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is Emmanuel from ITonlinelearning. Today, I'm just gonna explain a few things about React, the popular frameworks of JavaScript. Others they also call it library. So React is actually maybe before we go there, let's just understand what we're gonna develop. And what to expect. So we want to come up with something like this as our user interface using React. So the title of our subject of discussion today is develop a landing page with React, HTML, and CSS. So React.js. So this is a popular JavaScript library, which is created by Facebook. And it creates, or it helps users or developers to create user interfaces, and also it builds single page applications. React helps to create the beautiful user interfaces. When you talk about user interfaces, we're looking at those front end kind of looks like the way you look at Facebook. That's the user interface where you're able to interact with the application. Now let's understand how React works. So React does not directly make changes to the browser document object model, DOM, but rather it creates a visual DOM in memory where it makes all the changes before it comes to the browser. So React was created by Facebook software engineer by the name Jordan Walk. So the intelligence of React or the power of React is actually appreciated when it first checks the changes you've done so far and only updates the newly updated changes. Let's say, for example, you have a big system and you only are interested to see what changes have you so far made to appear for your development or to see them in the development environment. React has that power. It only updates the part which you have made changes. So in this presentation, we're going to look at what are the tools which you need to get started into React development. So in this simple presentation, we're going to have a look at Node.js. I mean, we'll need Node.js, which is used for package management. When you want to install the packages, we're going to use Node. VS Code, which is also our tool for development, and some of the extensions which we also store. And some technologies which you need is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Thank you so much for the first part, which is just to describe what is it all about React, so that you have an insight or an overview, only blueprint of what to expect. So then I'll take you through to the development environment. So the first thing which you want to do is to create a folder. I think in my case, I'll just create a simple folder in my desktop. So in this folder, I'll just say maybe I can just say React application. You can name it anything. So I say React application 2023, like that. After doing that, what you need, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the IDE, just open it. React application 2023. So this, we have just opened the simple empty folder. This folder does not have anything. So we're going to install React inside of this folder using Visual Studio Code. This is Visual Studio Code. If you haven't installed, you can always install it right here. You can simply go to VS Code, just type VS Code, and you will be able to download here, and it will give you the platform where there's Windows. It will come automatically here. You don't need to waste much time there. So without wasting our time, let's go here and then let's go to our terminal. So the terminal, what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is just write this command, because now we are assuming that you have Node.js installed where you can run the npm package management and commands, and also we are assuming that you have everything set up. So, but then you still need to check if you still if you have all these set up in your environment. So let's go to npm pm -v. We're just looking at the vision. Okay. You see the npm manager. Yes, now have it there installed. And also we also need to see a cross check if we have node installed. Just type node, node -v, and you see that is version 18. If you don't see that, you will not be able to create an application. So it means you need to go to your browser, just type node, and you have to install and check if you have them installed in your machine. So now that we see that all these are installed in our machine, now it's the time for us to create a first React application. So we just write npmx create React app. Now, if you're outside the folder, you can name the application name here. But in this case, this will mean it's our application name, React Application 2023. But the only difference is that we don't have the files inside here. So we need just to create a path. So just put like this. So it will start creating the app files inside here. Okay. So we'll be having them all created here. So one by one, let's keep waiting. So while we're waiting, let me just dive into 3 or 2 things about React. React is popular, and React is mostly used now in the various industries because of the beautiful user interfaces, and also React is simple because it gives you a lot of functionalities which you don't need to struggle to create by yourself. So in this presentation, you don't have to worry. You don't have to be how am I going to follow all this stuff? No, we'll make everything simple. I have already developed this. I've already coded this. I'll just be getting some pieces of code and explaining to you how individual code works. And as I mentioned earlier on, we've talked about the knowledge of HTML and CSS. You can see that this is a prerequisite. It's a prior needed knowledge before you dive into React, and also the knowledge of JavaScript. So if you want to learn React, you need to have knowledge of JavaScript because React is a library for JavaScript. So let me just explain a few things about a library and framework, because these are used interchangeably, and some people they get confused as well. So when you look at the framework in simple terms, I can just say it's like you are given a template on how you're gonna start doing something inside of it. Let's say, for example, you have a house. So it means you have a starting point where you can see that, okay, I have the house, I only need to have the tools inside the house, which I need, like shares and the like. But now when you talk about a library, these are like tools which you are supposed to use. Let's say like the tools which you need inside the house, you're already given. So in programming term, we're going to say these are predefined functions, okay, which are already given, which you can just call upon and use in your development, making your work more easier. Yeah, so now that it seems the work is almost done, this is awesome. As you can see that we are now finalizing the installation of React. So the first thing after React has installed, we'll run it and then we'll see what will be the output. Okay, so you see the folder node modules. Now let's run this and let's see how it what's the output. So we just simply run this command npm start, something like that. Okay, so it's now running. As you can see, this is it. It comes with this React logo when you just run the first time. So we'll do our own making, and we want to make sure that we have the output, as we said. Excuse me. We'll have our own output because we need this. Okay. So let's go how we can do about this. And so we go here and we see this is a logo. We need to remove it. And we also don't need this. We remove this. We also don't need this. Remove this. Remove this as well. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need 1, 2, 3. So let's see this. This is index. We don't need this as well. Yeah, we don't need this as well. Okay. So we have this one. Yep. So we have only these 3 files, as you can see here. So now this is CSS. This is app.css file. And it has got the predefined CSS file, which comes with React. We don't need this. We need our own CSS file. So now that you already know CSS, I'll get my CSS here and I'll put in here. This is CSS of ours. Okay, so I'll be using this CSS. All these are CSS files. Okay, I mean, functionalities of CSS. And we also come down here to the index file. So we need to remove this comment. Okay, I think these two, we don't need it. We don't need this because this we have removed it, so we don't need it. And these two, we don't need it. Okay. Right. So you see, so it is talking about the logo which we have deleted. So we don't need this as well. So we need to check which file. It's coming to this app. Okay. It's actually here. Okay. This one, logo. Okay. So we remove that as well. And then we have something like this as well, logo. We don't need this. Ours is simple landing page. You see now successfully built. So we go here. If you look at this, you see this. Okay. So this is beautiful, but then we don't need this all these contents because we said that we want to have our own. So we remove all these. We need to remove all this. So let's have enough space here. Okay, this should go. Okay, awesome. See that? We expect to see 0 results. Perfect. So now let's try to write something here. Hello world. Okay, like that. I think we are able to see something here. Let's see. Yeah. So it means this is where our outputs are to be displayed. Now, the next thing we want to do is we now need to create some components. So components in React, it's like everything you create inside the component. So for example, if you have a navigation, that's a component. if you have the body section where, I mean, the middle section where you talk about the achievements, you talk about skills somewhere else inside on your platform, those are in components. So what you need to do is just create a folder here, say components, like that. Okay. So now inside the components, I will not complicate things. I'll simply create a simple landing page. I will not have a lot of components. I only have a bar, which I'll demonstrate here, and with some images and how the landing page will look like. Okay, so I just create one component here. I mean, two components. So just form chase. Okay, so now here you have to listen. You need to use some shortcuts. When you're developing an application, you have to be familiar with shortcuts. They make you be productive. So Control K, just press Control K. Okay, then M. After I do that, just say React. Okay, and then select here. You see this? It means it's a React app now. And then write rough or RAFCE, it will generate it for you here. You see this function? You have this one now declared for you without you needing to stress, no stress at all. So these are the outcome. You have this as your home. And now you also go to another component which we talk about here, which is navbar. Chase. Okay, and we do the same. Control K, then M, like that. Then say React, like that, and then you say RA, like this. Okay, navbar, we have it like that. So what I want to say is, what you see in the output are in this file. Okay, app. Okay, so this is your home. It means you need to call the navigation to be in the home. So you need to import this to be found here, then this to be found here, then it will be displayed to the final screen. I hope that was clear. So import what? We're importing navbar. Okay, you see automatically it has come here. Okay, you are able to see that the navbar has been taken now here. But now, before I forget, let's install some of the external libraries, which we might also need here. We need the React icons. So to get that one, we just come here, just say React icons. Okay, React icons. So come down here and you just get this one. You see this? React icons. Just go right here. You have copied it. And then you go here, just do this. Okay. So it will install. The second library we want to need is just mu. Mu, where is mu? Should be, I think I saw somewhere. This one. Okay. So here we just come somewhere where it says installation. Okay. Okay, this one, okay, this, okay. And then install this. And then we also need another one down here. Okay. Okay. Where is it? Getting started installation down here. This is installation. We've installed this. We also need this now. You see this? So you have to make sure you are here and then install this. New icons, okay? And then you come down here to install. Great. Great. So now we also need font. So we need Google Fonts. So we come to Google and we just go to Google Fonts. Okay. I like, there are many fonts you can decide. Copies, I like this. Yeah, this one. Okay. So I'm just gonna take this, except the italic, I'll just be getting this, this, and this, this. Okay. All of them, I've got them here. So we need to copy this, okay? And then go to the public. Where is it? This one. So get this. By the way, we have to delete this to predefine default logos. So here we will just remove this, paste it down here, and also remove this. Okay. Our application name is React landing page, or it can be just simple React landing page. Like that. Okay, so we can just remove this as well. I think you can be able to do it. You'll be able to see the changes so far. This is it, you see, on top here. And also you see this font has been applied. Great. So now we also need to get this now in the CSS rules. Okay. So we get these copies. And we go to this, and then we go to our CSS file. Which one is this one? We come here, is already this one now. Great. Okay, so we are here now. It means we are good to go. Now, the other thing we need now is, as I said, that this home is to be is using the nav bar. So we need to put the elements or contents in the head section. So now the background color, the background or the banner background, we need to create another file, another folder here. Okay. And this folder, we can just say assets, because it's going to have assets. Okay. So this folder is the one which is going to have some two images. We're going to just have two images. We don't have to complicate things. Just going to have this and this. Okay. And then let's put them inside here. Okay. That's it. Like that. We are good to go. So now what we need is to get this import. The navbar has already been imported. We just need the banner background. Okay, import banner background. My spelling is okay. Banner background. Okay. Okay, but yeah, from okay, from assets here. So we need to get this first, and now let's appreciate how it looks. Okay, let's see if it really displays what we want. We don't have it anyway. So let's see why we don't have it. Do we have this home already found here? Unfortunately, we don't have. So we have to come down here and then we put this home. That can be the home. Make sure it close this. Okay. Oh, yes. So it's now showing that something is happening. Showing that the home isn't defined. Okay. Home isn't defined, which is perfectly fine. So now we need a class, which is, so we are here, home. So we need to import the home. So import home from components like that. Great. See, the error is gone, but we don't see the image at all now. So it means that image is either, let's see, assets. We're looking at this image. Okay. If it's not showing here, it means something has been missed. Let's check. So inside here, because we have a lot to write, but then what I'll do, because I already have it here, for fear of making you bored on this, I'll just get this, which is already here with me, which is the return. The home is going to return this. Okay, so home is going to return this output. Okay, it's a function output. So this output is what is home, is what is going to be returned. Okay. So let's check here. We still have some issues, you see. This has to be gotten from, we need to import this. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. You see now, we have this one now displaying the home perfectly without issues. This is the image, and actually there are two images because I've imported two images. We have this BG, which is, BG, this is BG, okay. It's another banner image, and this one is IMG, which is another banner image. So that one done, it means now the home is displaying without issues. Now we just need to remove something here. We need to remove something here. We need to remove the hello world because I'm seeing hello world somewhere. I'm seeing hello navbar. Oh, we see navbar. Great. So we need to replace that navbar with the actual navbar. Great. So now let's take a look at this one now. Navbar. So navbar, because we have already import, we have already things imported in this. I'll just put all we need here. These are the things which you need. React. So import React. We need to remove this. Okay. And then down here, we need a variable which will make sure that this one is responsive in both mobile and desktop view. So constant variable is const open menu, okay, and then search open menu, okay, search open menu, okay, and then the next thing you want to do is use stage like this. So set this to false. Okay. Okay, and now we need another variable which will be setting the display options, which you'll be seeing like the navigation. Okay, so this one will be just menu icons, so it will be constant variable for menu icons, menu options. Okay, menu options, and then which will be equal to, now we're assigning that one to variables like a list variable or an array variable, sort of. So let me just get all these, which are what we're gonna install here. Okay. So I'm not gonna have a lot, we're just gonna have these. Okay. So this, okay. And now what should it return? It should return this should go. Okay. So now it's gonna return this. So you see here it's a replica. We need to remove this closing bracket like that. Great. So now, oh my goodness. So we have a lot of errors here, as you can see, which is beautiful. No problem on that one. So now, what else? We have this as a return. So now let's try to check. What does it say? Module not found. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, we have all these set up. Let's go to this. We said these two images should go. Okay, great. Navbar. So this is navbar. We have this, and this is our home. We have our navbar here import. Okay, so what I want to do here now, because now we have what we need here. The last thing you want to do here now is now try to check. Okay, you want to now try to check as a developer. The issue is to make sure that you resolve the errors. Okay, you need to make sure that you resolve all the errors which you have. Okay, so here it's either the library is not properly stored here. Okay, else before you dive into that, you need to remove these components and you check which one by one. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you go to this notepad. Okay, you can have notepad like this, and then you come here. Okay, return type. This is the return type. Go here like this. Okay, and then you have to make sure that you get that, put them here. Okay, this is the process of debugging to make sure that you cross-check where you missed what. Get it right? Okay. So you go here. Okay, so in other words, what you want to do is you want to make sure that this closes well here. You check it's closing here, and the return type, here, you remove it all. Okay, like this. In that way, you're okay. You can just say return hello world. Okay, you can just say hello world. That's your return type. Okay, or you can simply remove for now. Okay, and then you come here, you remove this. Just remove this. Okay, so you make sure that this is closed like that. And then you go here and you check. It says compilation problem. Okay, this is a compilation problem. You need to compile again. Sometimes all you need to do is to close this, and make sure you run again. Okay, so I say npm start like that. Okay, so you're having comparison problems. Now, another trick. As a developer, you must get this error. If you're not sure, you just get this error. Okay, just get this error like this. Go to your Google, get this like this, and then you find it like this on Stack Overflow, and then you check. It talks about similar issue. You resolve by doing this. Okay, and then you come down here, and then you try to install that. Great. So let's try to see if it has resolved this issue. Okay, you see, we have resolved more errors. We're remaining with one now. Out of all, we have only this now. So, okay, add the similar by calling this npm with much more. Or you do this, try to run these two commands. Okay. And you check here, still have it. Run this one now. Right. Check here. You solved it 100% without issues now. You see, you have no issues. Now let's go back. And now we're here. We removed the elements here. These are under the nav bar. And let's get our elements which we have removed from here. We removed all of them. So let's put them back. You see, these are the first elements. Let's try to see the output. We have nothing here yet because we don't have the return type. So after this, okay, we now need the return. Okay, we now need the return type, which is showing the return type. Now this goes to this. Okay, this is the return type. It must display something. Let's see. Oh, yes, great. So this is the simple demonstration of the React user interfaces. You can see. So here, what happens is that if you look at this, you see that we have the home, about, testimony, and the contact. These are what you see here. Home, about, testimonies, contact, and this pattern, and you also have this. And these are the images which I was creating here. So getting to know React, as you can see, it helps to create the good UI. And as you can see already, the UI, the user interface, looks more a bit beautiful compared to what you can have in HTML. And this is the simplest way which you can get started with React. As you can see here, it's just a single page application where you can put, and you can see here we have HTML, you can put this hash so that it doesn't take you anywhere. As you can see, you can put all these and make sure you close, because, and another thing which I want you to appreciate here is that somewhere where I was talking about making sure React only changes the changes which you are making. When I make any change right now, React will only update the part which I've made a change right now. Okay, so that's the beauty of React. I hope you have enjoyed it, and make sure that if you want to be following along all most of our development webinars, we are available on Facebook. Just search ITonlinelearning and make sure you like the page, and also make sure that on YouTube you subscribe this YouTube channel so that you can appreciate a lot of things which we're gonna have in the future, because this is just an intro part. Diving into React has got a lot, and this is just a taste of it, and we're gonna do a lot of these presentations. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed. If you're a programmer or you're diving into programming, this is a beautiful field where I'm encouraging you to always come through, and let's enjoy together. Otherwise, have yourself a lovely time. Bye.